As you know, we were studying about energy and we learnt about mechanical energy, that is potential energy and kinetic energy. Today we'll study further. The first topic is conversion of potential energy into kinetic energy. Whenever a body possesses potential energy, it changes to kinetic energy firstly. Some examples we'll see now. A hammer, when it is raised to certain height, we move it down, so that potential energy changes to kinetic energy because height decreases and speed increases, and this kinetic energy further it does work. Then a wound up spring of a watch, it possesses elastic potential energy which does work when this spring it unwinds itself. The potential energy changes to kinetic energy. Same way, when the string of a bow is pulled, then elastic potential energy is stored into it. Whatever work is done to pull the string, that work is stored as potential energy, which changes to kinetic energy when we release the string. It becomes the kinetic energy of the arrow. Same way, a compressed spring, as you are seeing the figure 2, when we release, it does work. If a ball is kept at the top of the spring, it flies away because potential energy changes to kinetic energy, which further does work. Now we learn about various kinds of energies such as solar energy and heat energy, light energy, hydro energy, electrical energy, nuclear energy, geothermal energy, wind energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, mechanical energy. These are various forms of energies, and these are pretty simple. Like if it is asked what is light energy, so you know that light is a form of energy which enables us to see, or you can say in the presence of which other objects are seen. So this is the light energy. Same way, heat energy, the energy released on burning coal, oil, wood, etc. is heat energy. It increases the internal energy of a body. Solar energy, the energy radiated out by the sun, so it includes both heat and light. Hydro energy, the energy possessed hydro energy. The energy possessed by fast moving water is called hydro energy. It is in fact kinetic energy of water. It is used for making electricity. Then electrical energy. So what are these? You know well. Nuclear energy, the energy released due to loss in mass during the process of nuclear fission and fusion is called nuclear energy. So these are simple things, but still these are important from the examination point of view. So because when certain things are very simple, like wind energy, so if it is asked what is wind energy, all of a sudden if it is asked, it will be difficult for you to answer unless you learn it, unless you think about it. It's going to be difficult. So wind energy, the energy possessed by the fast moving air, is called wind energy. This energy is used in driving a windmill. So their uses also, little idea you should have, and what these energies are in fact geothermal energy, the energy released in nuclear disintegrations in the interior of Earth gets stored up deep inside the Earth, and this is called geothermal energy. So, energy, as you know, inside the Earth there is very high temperature, lava is there, which comes out during volcanic eruption. So, that all that kind of energy which is stored inside the earth is called geothermal energy, means heat energy. All right, so these are different kinds of energies which you need to learn what these energies are and what are their uses. All this should be clear to you. Now, energies can be converted from one form to another. Conversion of one form of energy into other form. Like if you see around you, fan, it changes electric energy to mechanical energy. Electric motor, it changes electric energy to mechanical energy. Your tube light, it changes electric energy to light energy. So different apparatus, devices, instruments, they are used for various energy changes. We'll learn about these changes. Mechanical energy to electrical energy. The water stored in the dams possesses mechanical energy in form of potential energy, which is changed to kinetic energy firstly, and then it is used to form electricity. So mechanical energy to this potential energy changes to kinetic, and then kinetic to electrical energy. Similarly, electrical energy to mechanical energy in a fan, cooler, electrical energy to heat energy, like in heaters, geyser, oven, toaster. Electrical energy is changed to the heat energy. Heat energy to electrical energy, there is an instrument called thermopile, in which when heat energy is supplied, it changes to electric energy. Electrical energy to sound energy, loudspeaker, electrical energy changes to sound energy. It receives electrical energy in form of electrical signals, and then it changes to sound. Sound energy to electrical energy, this conversion occurs in microphone. Microphone converts sound energy into electrical energy. Electrical energy into chemical energy. In batteries, when we charge, electrical energy changes to chemical energy. So there are a number of examples of this kind of changes. You go through these. These are extremely important from the examination point of view. This way it will be asked, write the energy change occurring in electric fan, electric bulb, or sometime this way, give example in which electric energy changes to heat energy or heat energy to electric energy. This kind of examples can be asked. All right. So all these you carefully read from the book, but some important points are there here. The last, whenever mechanical energy changes to other forms, it is always in the form of kinetic energy. Potential energy changes to kinetic energy only, then kinetic energy changes to different forms. Then degraded energy, whenever energy changes from one form to another, some part of it is wasted, means it changes to unuseful forms, those forms which are not required. So this conversion from one form to another is not 100%. So this is called dissipation of energy. The conversion of energy to the undesirable form is called dissipation of energy. Since this part of energy is not available to us for any productive purpose, so we call this part of energy as degraded form of energy. Degraded form of energy. Like if we are using a bulb to use its light, so electric energy changes to light, but some heat is also produced. So that is dissipation of energy. We don't use that heat. So this kind of energy is degraded energy, and this is called dissipation of energy. Now we'll solve some numerical problems. This is numerical 3 of your exercise, which I am going to take firstly. Numerical 3. Question is, a box of weight 150 kilogram force. Weight of the box is given 150 kilogram force, has gravitational potential energy stored in it equal to 14700 joule. Potential energy 14700 joule. It is given. Find the height of the box above the ground. G is 9.8. Height is asked. G is 9.8 meter per second square or Newton per kg. This unit is given. Now potential energy is mgh, and mg is w. Directly we can put, but this is given in kilogram force, so there is no need of this. When weight is 150 kilogram force, its mass is 150 kilogram, so directly we'll put the values. Wait a second. Yes, potential energy given is 14700 joules. Mass is 150 kilogram. Again, I'm telling you that when weight is 150 kilogram force, then mass will be 150 kilogram. G is given 9.8 and height is asked. So it would be 14700 divided by 150 into 9.8 is equal to h. If you remove decimal, you get one more zero over there. 1 0 is cancelled. So we'll cancel it by 7. 7 1s are 7. 7 4s are 28. 7 2s are 14. 7 1s are 7 and 2 more zeros over there. Again 7 2s are 14. 7 3s are 21. So it is 300. 2 150 and 150 15 is 10. So height is 10 meters. Weight is given, potential is given, height is asked. The formula is mgh. We'll put the values. Out of 4 quantities, 3 are given, 4th is asked. So this way we'll get the value of height. Next is example 8. The question says, a man of mass 50 kilogram. Mass is 50 kilogram. Mass is 50 kilogram. Climbs up a ladder of height 10 meters. Height of the by which he is moving up is 10 meters. Calculate the work done by the man. Work done is asked, and the increase in his potential energy. Increase in potential energy. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Force will be equal to its weight and displacement is equal to its height. Weight of the body is mg and height is h. So whenever a body is lifted, work done will be equal to the change in potential energy. Directly you can take this onwards. M is 50, G, let me see the value. Yes, G is given 9.8. If no value is given, then also we'll take 9.8 only. And height is 10. Remove decimal, you get this. These zeros are cancelled. 5 8s are 40, carry 4, 9 5s are 45, and 4 49, and then one more 0. 4900 joule work is done. And the increase in potential energy, is also mgh, that is same 4900 joule. Exactly the same calculation. Next example is question number 19, which says a body of mass 60 kilogram, mass 60 kilogram, has momentum of 3000 kilogram meter per second. Momentum is 3000 kg meter per second. It is given. Further, calculate the kinetic energy and speed of the body. Kinetic energy and speed, that is velocity, is asked. So either you find out velocity and then you put the formula of kinetic energy, or directly you can put P is equal to root 2 mk. This we read in the last video. So 3000 is equal to square root of 2 into m into k. K is asked. Squaring on both the sides, this will become 3000 into 3000 is equal to 2 into 60 into k. 2 into 60 you take down. 0 0 6 5s are 30 and 2 25s are 25 3 is 75, 3 zeros joule. Kinetic energy is 75,000 joule, or this way scientific notation 7.4 into 10 power 4 joule also can be taken. It's your choice. But if suppose you forgot this formula, P is equal to root 2 mk, no problem. Firstly you do the second part. P is equal to mv. P is 3000 kg meter per second is given. M is 60, it is given. V will find out. Take the 60 down. 6 5s are 30. So V is 50 meters per second. After finding this, we can find kinetic energy very easily. The basic formula, half mv square. Mass is 60. V just now we found 50, and because square is there, so I'm writing 2 times. This is 3. 3 5s are 15. 15 5s are 75, and then 3 zeros. So answer, either you do this way or you do that way, it's going to remain same. Let's take another example. This is numerical number 20. How much work is needed to be done? How much work is needed to be done? Work is asked. On a ball of mass 50 gram, mass is 50 gram. You know it is not the SI unit. We should take care of unit always. To give it a momentum of 5 kg meter per second. Momentum is in kg meter per second. This is the SI unit. So let us change this mass also in SI unit. 50 by 1000, 1 by 20 kilogram. Now work is asked, momentum is given. See, momentum is mass into velocity. Momentum is 5, mass is 1 by 20. It means velocity is 25 is 100. 100 meter per second. And now work done will be equal to its kinetic energy, because body is moving. Half mv square. Mass is 1 by 20. Velocity is 100. 25 is 100. 250 is 100. So 250 joule. One more example. It is 11th from your book. If the speed of a car is halved, how does its kinetic energy change? Speed of a car is halved. Mass is m. Initially velocity was v, and then obviously car is same, so mass is going to remain same, but this time its velocity is halved, so it is v by 2 or half v. The question says, how does its kinetic energy change? Whether it will remain same, or it will increase or decrease, or it will be half or double, whatever we have, that we need to see. See, first case is K1 half mv square, and K2 second case half mv square. V is 1 by 2v whole square. Half m 1 by 4 v square, or you can say 1 by 8 mv square. So if first and second numbers are given, if you divide second by first, K2 by K1, K2 is 1 by 8 mv square, K1 is 1 by 2 mv square. Dear children, mv square will be cancelled. This is 1 by 8, and we'll take its reciprocal, will become 2 by 1, so it is 1 by 4. K2 by K1, so K2 is 1/4 of K1. It means now the new energy will be 1/4 of the original energy. Alright, so new energy is less because velocity is less. So children, you try all the theory and numerical exercises, and don't worry, if some more doubts will be there, those will be taken. So take care, all the best. Thank you.